Welcome everyone to Breaking the Silence. Breaking the Silence is a program that is brought by Spring of Hope that looks at mental health in Zimbabwe and globally, really. My name is Rivimbo Marikano, Mrs. Rivimbo Marikano. I am a community psychologist and I am passionate about mental health. I am passionate about children and adverse childhood experiences and how these affect their mental health. To my right, I have
Hello everyone, my name is Kuzisa Chikonye. I studied organizational psychology and economics. I'm a young budding artist. I am a daughter, a sister, a friend. I experience and interact with people from all walks of life, and people are going through things, real things. So I'm excited to be part of this panel so we can start having the right discussions and start building a community in the right way.
My name is TJ, and I studied psychology, and I'm very passionate about having these conversations about mental health and the awareness of it, especially among young men, as the predominantly only men on this side of the camera. There's other people in the room, other men in the room. So that's me.
Hi guys, my name is Shama Huni, aka Shama Speaks. As you can tell, I love to speak, so I'm very passionate about mental health, having dealt with a lot of it, and I want to have conversations that impact, change, and challenge our generation to think better, be better, and show up better for generations to come.
Hi everyone, Mrs. Carissa Ranganai, better known as Mai Ranganai. I am a trained counselor, Christian counselor, and I have met with a lot of mental health issues in counseling, and I'm really, really grateful for this opportunity that we could open up and discuss these things, openly. Pachishona zvinonzi chakafukidza dzimba matenga. Tiri kuda kuti isusu vhurai matenga iwayo. Uri kuparara uri mukati momo, uri kufa uri mukati momo, ngatibatsiranei kuavhura matenga iwayo tigone kusvika pakutaura nyaya dziri kutinetsa regarding mental health illness. Thank you all for showing up.
Thank you, Mai Ranganai, for that. Indeed, a lot of things are happening in the family context. Children are being abused, neglected. Young people are being brought up in circumstances that really drive them to do things that affect their mental health, things like drugs, alcohol abuse. So you're very right that we do need to talk about it. We do need to remove that roof if that's what it takes for us to bring it out in the open and stop stigmatizing mental health. Let's deal with it. So this is why we are here as, with this program, Breaking the Silence. We are wanting to really look deeply into what is going on in families, what is going on in churches, what is going on in the environment that is causing such pain in people. A lot of our young people grow up and really suffer a lot in terms of mental health. Their personalities are affected. They're whole people that they could have been so much better. They had so much potential, but they never get to realize it because of stuff that has happened in their lives. So together we're coming to the public and we're saying we do not know it all. We don't have it all, but we're here to just share what we know, and in the hope that somebody will learn something. But over and above that, we're going to have subject experts that are going to come and really go deeper into any topic that we look at in our conversations. But to start off with, I want us to just really talk about mental health in Zimbabwe. Is this a thing in Zimbabwe? Is it real? Is it a Western concept? What is really going on?
Yeah, definitely it's a thing. From where I'm coming from, it's a thing. Amongst my generation, it's a thing. And I have walked that journey. People that are close to me, family members. Family members. I have a sister who suffered from mental illness. Thank God she fully recovered. I have a friend that suffered from mental illness. Thank God she recovered. Which is why I'm saying, there's help out there. I've seen people that are close to me, people that I love, suffer from mental illness. But today you would have never known because they sought help and they were helped. I've had many people suffer with depression, you know, feeling sorry for themselves, limited in terms of what they could do. I have literally gone to pick up people who will be refusing to wake up from bed from depression. And yet today, when you look at them, they are blossoming in life. So there is a place for us to raise this awareness and let's discuss openly and, you know, from a very vulnerable point of view so that society can be helped. There is hope.
There is hope.
There is hope.
For sure, there is hope, you know. In as much as Africa is catching up on issues to do with mental health, I think the field itself, psychology, psychiatry, they are also catching up and providing tools that are able to help people overcome their challenges. Yeah. So, what is happening in the streets with the young people in terms of mental health? What sort of mental health challenges are young people having?
My friends will tell you, and I'm always saying this, social media. Social media, I think, is just such a catalyst with mental health issues for people in our, not just the young people, I think even the older generation as well. Life is just happening at such a fast pace. You open your feed, somebody's just lost their father, somebody's having a wedding, someone's having a baby, and these are all, you know, humans, we emote, right? And these are all emotions that you have to face in a space of 1 minute, you know, so time to process how you feel about it, you know, how it affects you, how life around you is happening, and you don't have enough time to take in information, process, and live. And I think there's just so much pressure, you know, pressure to be when you don't know yourself.
The pressure is getting worse.
The pressure is definitely getting worse. So for me, social media is a very big one with regards to mental health illness. The environment we're living in, also our country, you know, we've also just been and are still going through a global pandemic. You know, people have lost people, we've lost jobs, you've lost a lot of things, you know, and we're expected to just wake up and pick up, which is almost impossible, you know, and people are really going through, okay, so Jeta say, what were we before, you know, what do we do now? So
how do we live this new normal? What do I do with the anxiety that got established in my system? What do I do with it? Where do I go?
You know what, guys, don't laugh at me. In my generation, the only mental illness that we knew, I know now, is what we call schizophrenia. That was the only mental illness. All these other things, anxiety, depression, a panic attack, but no, we didn't have those. If you had anxiety, we would beat you up. Because you're being, you know, you're just being dramatic. You know, pick up your pieces. What do you mean you can't do it? You can do it. And you know, we were beaten for being anxious. We were beaten when you have a panic attack. Panic attack in exam, what's that? You know, you know, and people would laugh at you. So I really liked it when TJ said we are naming it. You know, because we waited for someone to undress and go naked on the streets for people to then say that is mental illness. So I'm really grateful that I'm a part of this conversation, because not only am I hoping to contribute, but also to learn, you know, as we go along. I would love to learn, you know, some of these things that did not exist in my generation, but that are a reality today. So thank you so much, guys.
I think also with what Mairanga and I said, that well, I remember vividly Kuchin's Madimon, you know, now with the Pentecostal, and it's like, you're like, but I'm suffering, and like, I'm Madimon, but I'm suffering. And you actually end up gaslighting yourself, and you're like, am I crazy? What's going on with me? I think so. And also to piggyback on what Kudzi was saying, that the danger really is at social media for our generation, but is also because we are that generation that is in the middle. We are the ones who have the strict parents, the ones in matrimony, this thing of trying to like morph into this culture and trying to find ourselves, and and the real danger for me I've seen where mental health is concerned, especially in Zimbabwe, is we're watching and consuming so much content from the West, the East, wherever. But what we don't realize is there's so much toxicity in it as well. Because now social mental health awareness is now a trending topic.
Yes.
When people talk about it, it's not even like at the depth of what it is. It's like at rosy level, or in the picture you get is I'm gonna go lie down on a psychologist's couch. They're gonna make me hallucinate, and I'm gonna, But the truth is, it's not even rosy at all.
No.
You're gonna have
That's
to go
real.
It's a hard
deep down.
life. It's painful.
It is.
I like what you're saying, Shama, because I think it's so important to bring our narrative, our perspective on it, and not just adopt what the West is saying.
True.
There's an evil, if I can say, where, as you said, mental health is being romanticized.
Yes.
People will say, I've got depression, I've got anxiety, when they're feeling sad or they're feeling nervous. They're feeling nervous. They don't have anxiety. But then there's also the other side where you have the maybe the privileged that have access to social media, and they have all this information. But there are some people that are not as advantaged, that don't have access to information, that the mental health literacy in Zimbabwe is actually very low.
True.
As Sis Clarissa was saying, that in the only mental health illness that they know is schizophrenia. Vakaona munhu achifamba achidya mabhini, then they are sick. Hence the stigma. So if I've got depression, for me to come and say I've got mental health issues, I can't, because if I tell someone, they immediately think I'm eating from the bins.
Okay.
So there's that tension where there's information, yes, but maybe to some people, or the information when it's received, it's not properly broken down for people to really understand and be able to apply it into their own lives. Okay, so as we round off, I wanted us to just talk in terms of, as Spring of Hope, as Breaking the Silence. We are a Christian organization. We are a Christian program. How does Christianity feed into psychology? How does Christianity feed into mental health, or mental health feed into Christianity, or into the worship of God?
Well, Christianity is a lifestyle, and we are talking about lifestyle issues. So just from that perspective, there is a relationship. It's not an entity on its own apart from us. We are a part of religion. Religion is with us. We live in religion, and we're a religious entity. In that regards, we are believing, in Christianity, a Bible-based confession of our faith, and even in the Bible, issues of mental health illness or challenges existed in Scripture and are described in Scripture. So it just goes to show that religion is a part.
I find that a lot of people, when you mention mental health and mention God in the same sentence, they take offense.
Sometimes
It's like you're sort of you're transferring, or not taking responsibility for stuff that really needs to be done. You're sort of like living in a make-believe kind of world. Just scratch the surface. We need to go deeper. We need to look at men's mental health. We need to look at childhood experiences, how they, childhood trauma, how it affects mental health. We need to look at adolescents. What's causing them to engage in drugs? What's causing them to engage in early sexual to engage sexually too early? What's causing early marriages? A lot of stuff, yes, maybe we can say it's churches that are doing that, but a lot of young girls are running away from home just to get away from the family and get married at an early age. We want to talk about young adults. what's the pressure there? Or how is being pressured to get married affecting them?
Oh.
You know, how is how
Let
is
the church say amen.
how is the pressure of being an A student affecting children?
Yes.
You know, how
That
marriage
one is big.
yeah, it's really it
A-stars.
really hurts my heart, you know,
Yeah.
because I look at our generation that pushes for that.
We didn't have that. Let me tell you, we
One
didn't.
A was like,
Always the pressure.
I actually had 1A.
I also have 1A,
Yeah.
but my children have to have six
No.
6 A stars.
It's not fair.
Yeah. So it's really not okay. But we want to talk about those things. We want to talk about marriages. What's happening in marriages? What's
Yeah.
causing the strife, and how is that affecting our mental health? We want to talk about menopause. We want to talk about, andropause.
Yeah.
We want to talk about all the things that
Midlife crisis.
midlife crisis. Issues of just social injustices that are happening that are causing mental health issues in people. We want to talk about the church. How is the church affecting people's mental health? How are they helping people heal from mental health? So every walk of life, we want to leave no stone unturned.
Unturned, yeah.
I like
We are going
Let's
to look at
break the
every area. Let's
silence.
break the silence. Let's remove the roofs.
Yeah.
And when all is said and done, everything starts from the family context.
True.
So we want to make sure that homes are functioning well, children are happy, couples are happy,
Yeah.
and we'll all be fine.
Yes.
So Mayan Ranganai, how
Yeah. No, this is deep. This is pointing to me personally, and I'm sure pointing to everybody. And we are hopeful that there will be many more conversations. This is just but the beginning of this conversation. So please subscribe, share these videos, and please like when you are listening, and comment. And like we said, there could be a book that that's been written by a local that we don't know about. We want to discuss those things. An article that you might have known, please we are raising this awareness together, and please switch on your notification buttons so that every time we post, you are notified of our videos. And we are open. We are not claiming to be specialists. We're just interested citizens. We want to raise this awareness together as a society.